Live from KSAT 12, the News at Noon starts right now.
It's been more than a week since President Joe Biden signed an executive order limiting immigration for asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border, and it's now being challenged. Right now, KSAT crews are in Eagle Pass, to see if it's making an impact yet.
Yeah, this is a developing situation. The new border order limits immigration from the U.S. into the South, from the South, to 2,500 a day. But some say that that is still too many, and border towns are forced to solve a humanitarian crisis created by an open border. But others maintain that keeping the border open is actually preventing a humanitarian crisis.
In those countries where they're coming from, the starvation, the malfunction of their government in those countries. That is the problem. That is the root cause of what's happening. It's a humanitarian crisis. There is no invasion. There is no chaos here if you look on the border.
The White House says the limits on entry will be lifted when and if the numbers become more manageable. Meantime, the Biden administration facing its first legal challenges over the order that restricts the asylum process in the U.S. Several migrant advocacy groups, including the American Civil Liberties Union, is filing a lawsuit, and President Biden's executive order, which, again, it limits migrant encounters to 2,500 a day. The ACLU says that the Trump administration also tried to implement a similar order, and it was blocked by the courts.
All right, taking a look at live cam right now throughout the city of San Antonio. We're seeing some clouds out there, and man, the humidity has definitely come back. We got some rain yesterday, though, some of us.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get rain?
I got rain even this morning.
Oh,
I told
here we go.
Justin, I never seen raindrops fall so big and so quickly.
Unfortunately, it was only like 6 of them, but they were big drops.
It was about 5 seconds worth. It was good.
Actually, we did get a good shower downtown.
Yes.
It was nice to see. We've had several days here of some rain. It's going to start to go away. We'll see a break in the action, and then we're going to turn our attention to next week where things start to change again. Let me show you the radar right now and what we have going on out there. It's just a few showers here around San Antonio, and as I zoom out some, you'll see there is some activity down along the coast. Could we see a few more pop-up sprinkly showers? Absolutely, but I think the rain chances are dwindling, and certainly by tomorrow, rain chances completely out of here. This weekend will be hot and dry. So our forecast today, 96 at 3 o'clock. It'll feel like 100, 101 at 4 o'clock. 96 is our high, and then we're down to 92 by 8 p.m. and then mid-80s by 11 o'clock with mostly clear skies. Here is the topic of conversation. Next week, looks like we could get in the area of low pressure that develops in the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane Center now has upped their chances of organization to 40%. The question will be, how much does whatever moves into the Gulf organize, and will it throw some moisture in our direction? There are several questions here, and so this is what we're watching. An organized system would actually be a better scenario for us. It would give us, I think, some better chances of rain. And how far north does that moisture move? Until this thing gets into the Gulf, we're not going to have a great idea of how this is going to play out. But day by day, we'll have more data and more information to work with. There is the potential for rain, though, some tropical downpours next week. We're going to investigate this a little further, talk about Father's Day weekend, and we've got the drought monitor. Look at that, too, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Yes, Father's Day is on the way. Well, new this noon, he was a household name for many people growing up in South Texas. Legendary Tejano music host Johnny Canales has died at the age of 77. And this comes just weeks after he addressed the public about reports that he was very sick. Canales was born in Mexico before his family moved to Robstown, which is in the Corpus Christi area. Canales became the host of the Johnny Canales Show, which was a half-hour Tejano music-centric TV variety show. And he had some big names on the program, like Selena Quintanilla. In a post announcing his death, Canales' family thanked the public and his fans for supporting him during his health struggles.
Firefighters hinted at it yesterday, and today arson investigators confirmed it. A motorized scooter caused the fire that claimed the life of a 78-year-old man who lived here. He used that scooter to get around and was found in the kitchen near the fire extinguisher. The fire broke out Tuesday at his home on Christian Drive, not too far from Loop 410 and Rigsby. That's on the east side of town. The man was alive when he was found, but he had suffered serious burns and later died.
In our latest KSAT Investigates, we have new details on a story that we first brought you nearly a year ago. On June 22nd of last year, San Antonio police officers shot and killed Melissa Perez inside her Southwest Side apartment. After that shooting, 3 officers were indicted on felony charges. KSAT has learned that a lieutenant who was supposed to be there that night was fired for leaving his shift early. Now, Lieutenant Steven Velasquez is facing a new punishment. Dylan Collier breaks it all down and follows up on the criminal cases of the 3 other officers accused of firing at Melissa Perez. You can find that full story right now on KSAT.com.
The Justice Department saying 1 in 10 adults who are 65 or older are expected to experience elder abuse each year. And while that statistic might be scary to you, people across San Antonio are trying to change it, and you can help by knowing what to look out for. Avery Everett explaining the warning signs.
We have a serious problem here.
Staggering statistics show elder abuse is on the rise in San Antonio.
Those numbers are scary and they're high.
Over the last 10 years in Bexar County, Adult Protective Services saw an increased case count with a jump of about 2,500 cases. The county says that puts our area near the top of the list in Texas for elder abuse.
Historically, we're either number 1 or number 2 in elder abuse and exploitation and neglect.
Elder abuse is commonly defined as an intentional or neglectful act that causes harm to an older adult by another person. The most common types are physical abuse, psychological abuse, financial exploitation, neglect and abandonment, and sexual abuse. Nationwide, 1 in 10 adults over the age of 65 are expected to experience some kind of elder abuse each year.
Oftentimes when you see them at their most vulnerable, and people do swoop in and take advantage.
Probate court judge Veronica Vasquez says at the county level, she's working to secure grants to help with training and prosecution. She also helps lead the Elder Abuse and Exploitation Task Force.
I'm hopeful that the changes that we're trying to make in Bexar County, that we can be a leader.
The county now is also teaming up with the city to help increase the number of reported cases. District 6 Councilwoman Melissa Cabello Haverda signed this council consideration request. It would look into training all front-facing city employees to recognize the signs of elder abuse.
If they see potential abuse, they're able to identify it and they're able to report it.
This request passed through some initial stages and is now waiting to be heard in San Antonio's Public Safety Committee. But in the meantime, one sentiment is clear across both the county and the city.
The issue is so large.
It's a topic people shy away from.
You see something, you say something, even if you just suspect it.
Yes, if you suspect any elderly person is being abused, you can call Adult Protective Services, the phone number 1-800-252-5400. And right now, we're going to talk to Avery Everett, who's been doing a deep dive into this subject matter. You're going to be doing hosting a live stream,
yes,
a town hall later on.
Yes, later today. We're going to be talking about the warning signs. We're going to be talking about action steps. There's a lot to talk about because elder abuse just comes in so many different forms. And it's really hard to identify.
We were talking earlier about how most people, they hear the word abuse and they think it's always physical, and that can happen in the case of elderly folks. What does that oftentimes look like? Malnutrition?
Malnutrition. I mean, there's so many different signs to it. It could be hoarding, having a lot of items, not coming out of your house. That's why it's so important to have that close connection to certain people, because you won't be able to see it otherwise if you're not closely watching someone, closely watching that they might not be in the same routine as they always have been.
And we're talking about being a responsible caregiver. It's a tough job.
Oh my gosh, it's a tough job. There's so much responsibility.
It is. And, I have a very elderly mother right now. We're having to take very good care of her, keep a close eye on her. And even if you're not related to an elderly person that you're in contact with, be a good neighbor.
Right. That's all that it matters, checking in on these people.
Yes.
They've given so much to our community, checking in constantly. And there's so much responsibility on these caregivers, and that's why there are resources available for them. But the county and the city, everyone's trying to increase those resources and, increase the help, because it's not just, everyone has to look out for the older adults in our community.
And another thing that I want to point out, I used to do consumer reporting back in the day, investigative, and almost all of my stories for a period of time in the 1990s were all about elderly financial abuse.
Wow.
Because the people that were being scammed were just trying to be nice and polite, and they allow people in their homes, and they're robbed, basically.
Scammers prey on that. They prey on nice people, kind people, and they try to build that trust. And then they also prey on, that fear factor a lot of times. And the scary part, especially with scams nowadays, is that they're constantly changing. I was talking to SAPD about how scams are now using AI, and so it's really hard to point it out. So always having that safe word with a family member. If someone is in a dangerous situation, they'll tell you that word, and that's a great tip to sort of be proactive as much as possible.
And also, I guess we should also mention that, in regard to getting ripped off and that sort of a thing, if they don't have anyone watching out for them, maybe you want to volunteer and be that person.
Yeah. We need people to lend hands across the community. San Antonio is so giving on the community side. So that's why this month, Elder Abuse Awareness Month, we need people to even step up even more.
Okay, so the conversation is going to continue on this afternoon.
Yes.
Avery is going to be on live streaming at 2 o'clock. You're going to be able to get a lot of information about elder abuse awareness and also find resources if you're in a position where you need to be keeping an eye on somebody. We're going to have that live stream. It's on our homepage and on KSAT Plus app. Thank you very much, Avery.
Thanks, Ursula.
All right, thank you very much, Avery. Yes, a very important topic there. Make sure to check out that live stream. Well, San Antonio ISD is working with consultants to repurpose some of its buildings, its school buildings. That would be a total of 15 schools across SAISD closed late last month. The district says the group, called the Counselors of Real Estate Consulting Corps, interviewed local stakeholders last week. And some of the recommendations here, early recommendations, include turning to the city, county, or local nonprofits for potential long-term leases. They also recommended assessing neighborhoods to determine missing or desired services, such as community centers or healthcare facilities. Also, they want to continue to maintain the facility's green spaces. The consulting team is working with SAISD under a grant, and its full report to the district is expected in about 60 days.
School supply lists can be a daunting expense in the summertime, but it just got a whole lot more manageable for the Southwest Independent School District. Just last night, its Board of Trustees voted to provide school supplies for all elementary and middle school students in the district for the upcoming school year. It's also giving more money for teachers and staff at Southwest ISD, a new compensation package that includes a 2% raise for full-time employees and some other highlights, including a starting salary of $61,000 for new teachers. Bus drivers will have starting pay of about $19 an hour.
All right, check this out on our website. You've probably seen this guy around town already. Yes, we're talking about our very own KSAT Mike the Mascot. So we have a coloring page just all dedicated to KSAT Mike. You see one of those photos right there. And Ursula's already getting to work on hers.
And after you decorate it, then you take him around town with you and you snap a picture here, there, and everywhere. Kind of like, remember they had the flat Stanleys
there you
when
go.
you were in school or your kids were in school? We'd love to see them on KSAT Connect. And this is what I'm hard at work.
You're already working on yours. Yes,
I am going to take mine to
focused.
San Saba, Texas. This weekend. I'm going to take a picture and put it on KSAT.
Yeah, I saw you were very focused on this, Ursula. We're talking about coloring growing up.
I'm trying to stay in the lines,
Yes.
it's hard.
Here's the blank copy. So we're going to go ahead and work on this and probably reveal our KSAT mic here in just a little bit.
Yes.
But this is the blank sheet there. I'm still thinking of what vibe I want for my guy. I mean, it doesn't have to be, KSAT. Obviously, we have red, but I'm thinking maybe like an 80s vibe, 80s theme.
I'm thinking 80s Spurs colors.
Oh.
Because I found a fuchsia.
Oh, you're talking about Fiesta colors.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yes,
We are San Antonio, right?
We definitely are. All right. We're going to show these off in just a little bit. All right. Speaking of sports, and well, not the Spurs. They are not in the finals. But hey, get this. Dallas's pain is Boston's gain. The Mavericks are on the ropes in the NBA Finals. We're going to go ahead and tell you what is coming up next in that series.
And RJ just can't stop smiling about that. Juneteenth celebrations already underway in the next few days are going to be even busier. Take a look around. What you're going to find all around town, we'll show you.
Welcome back to the news at noon. While Juneteenth is almost here, it marks the day in 1865 when Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that enslaved people in the United States were free.
And that's when the celebrations started in Galveston. But since then, it has spread all over the country as a day, as we became a state and federal holiday. This day became very important to a lot of people.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to celebrate, and obviously a lot of things happening here in the San Antonio area for Juneteenth.
All right, first of all, we've got a soul food brunch at St. Paul's Square. It's happening tomorrow from 11:30 tomorrow morning until 1 in the afternoon.
All right, and how about this year? The keynote speaker will be Evita Tizeno, and we will also have an artist. She is also an artist and a Guggenheim Fellow, and tickets for this event are $65.
And coming up this Saturday, it's going to be really busy. There's a lot of events. It includes Juneteenth's 5K walk run and a Juneteenth Freedom Parade.
Absolutely, yes. The Juneteenth Festival, that would be SA Juneteenth Block Party and Fair there as well. So a lot of things happening.
And then coming up Tuesday, there's going to be a musical celebration. That's going to be happening at the Tobin Center.
Okay, this is going to be a great event here. The list of performers include gospel singers and choirs as well.
And the tickets start at $10, so pretty affordable.
Yeah, definitely. So then on Juneteenth, we're going to have a festival celebrating the holiday with food trucks. Always got to have good food around a festival, entertainment, and a fireworks display.
And that's at True Vision Church next Wednesday night. That's from 7 to 9. We have all this information up on our website right now. All you have to do is scan the QR code you see at the bottom of your screen right now.
Yeah, this article right here that you're looking at has several other events happening in honor of Juneteenth.
And we also have Father's Day coming up as well this Sunday. We're looking for a gift that doesn't have triple digits involved.
Yikes. Yikes.
Maybe not.
Make it happen, Justin.
You know, look, we could be like at 99 on Father's Day, so there's that. And next week, maybe some rain back in the forecast. The aquifer still going up. It's at 630.7. We love to see that. And in your pollen count, mold still moderate at 540, but on their way down. We'll take another look at that extended forecast, which does have some more chances of rain down the line. It's coming up.
Okay, it's time for the question of the day from our friends.
All right, I wonder what they're cooking up for us there. It can't be more fun than coloring KSAT, but it probably is.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting question.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's, you know how sometimes you hear the voice in your head?
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we know that.
Should we be concerned?
But the question is, who would narrate the voice in your head?
Like narrate your
Yeah.
life?
Or kind of like that, or yeah, I mean.
Your inner voice.
Who would it be, Ursula?
Okay, Ursula?
And no one's gonna know who it is. I loved when I was a young journalist to be listening to Linda Ellerby. She was a journalist a long time ago, one of the first women on TV, and she had such a cool voice.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Besides Mike over there being the narration of my life. No,
everybody wants Mike. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. I'll go. You know what? Morgan Freeman.
Ooh, that's good.
Or Matthew McConaughey. Give me a little Texas.
I like them both. I mean, you know, Morgan Freeman's got the great pipes.
Yes,
Matthew McConaughey's got that little twang to him. What about you?
Mine is you.
Oh.
Yeah.
She just hears that voice every day like this and goes,
That way she'd watch her P's and Q's. Got Mike in her head. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go with a name that you won't recognize, but we would know the voice. Will Lyman. He is the narrator of Frontline on PBS.
Oh, wow.
And also had some narration in one of the Iron Man movies and various movies, and was on a TV show. I forget what it was, but yeah, he's got great setup.
You know who else would be good? The guy who narrated Anchorman, the movie.
He was good, yes.
Was that Bill Curtis?
Yeah.
That was Bill Curtis, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes,
Bill Curtis.
Bill Curtis. Used to be the anchor in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got a great voice too.
Ted here would probably have Yoda
Yes.
do his inner voice.
Okay. And, back to food. What is this for? Look at this little gizmo. We're going to tell you all about this, and it is perfect if you are pulling out the grill this weekend. We're going to tell you all about this. Yes, indeed.
They always
it's a
have
mystery.
good little devices.
Little gadgets,
Yes.
things
Yes.
like that to make life easier, especially grilling for Father's Day weekend, maybe?
Roasting
Yeah.
the garlic. is my guess.
Okay, yes.
Okay. All right, Justin.
the voice
Am I
of
the voice in your head when you know you're doing something
The
wrong?
voice of reason.
Yeah, which voice are you talking about? No, I would say probably James Earl Jones.
Oh, that was going to be my
that's
other
a
one.
good
Yeah.
one.
Wasn't he Mufasa in The Lion King?
Yeah.
He was, yes.
Yeah, that's what I
And
got.
also, wasn't he the Star Wars
Yep, Darth
guy?
Vader.
Darth
yeah.
Vader.
Yeah.
Got to pay
There
attention
you
to that
go.
voice.
You do. You do. We're also paying attention to the radar this afternoon. We've had a couple more light showers pop up from time to time today. There hasn't been much, but we did get a downpour over downtown, and we're still seeing a couple showers on radar here and there. At the moment, though, not much. Maybe a shower out there around Shiner, and that's it. Could we see a couple more pop up? Yeah, maybe, but I don't think there will be much there. Most of this is centered down along the coast. And as we look at Futurecast, it does show maybe a shower or two by the afternoon. Like I said, 10% chance maybe at best. And then after today, our rain chance is really diminished. So the forecast, 96 at 3 o'clock, 96 at 4 o'clock. Heat index values 100 plus. Then we're down into the 80s tonight with clear skies and light winds. As we look at high temperatures today, I'm going to go back to that. Most places will be in the mid-90s here across South Texas. No triple digits on this map, which is fantastic. 98 Pleasanton, though, 96 in Nixon, 95 in Gonzales. Now to the Father's Day weekend forecast, even hotter, 99 Saturday. I do think we'll have quite a few triple digits on the map coming up Sunday, our hottest day, just in time for Father's Day. With mostly sunny skies. Then we get into next week and things could get a little interesting. Here is what we're watching. The Hurricane Center has flagged an area in the Gulf of Mexico for some potential tropical development, 40% chance. This is a moderate risk. And as I've been saying, honestly, it would be better for us if this thing didn't really organize, if it was sort of a disorganized mess, because the course I think it's going to take is more of a westerly one, and that would push it into Mexico. And if this thing became organized, then you would see the effects shrink quite a bit. And I don't know that we get as much moisture up here where we are. If this thing is more disorganized, it'll throw a lot more tropical moisture in our direction, and that would give us a chance for some downpours. Either way, this needs to be watched. We don't even have an area of low pressure in the Gulf yet. So there's still a lot of unknowns here. But this is a look at the moisture in the atmosphere. And the latest computer models still want to throw some of that moisture up into South Texas. Now, I will tell you, Wednesday into Tuesday into Wednesday, when we see some of this move in, it's going to be deep South Texas and the coast that I think have a much better chance at some really good soaking rains. It's not to say we could not see some downpours here in San Antonio. We've upped the rain chances Wednesday. As I said, there's a lot that can change between now and then, but that's the latest thinking. Small rain chance today, small rain chance Sunday, very small. But Monday we bump it up to 20. Tuesday, 30% chance, and Wednesday, a 40% chance with some of that tropical moisture around. So 98 tomorrow, 99 on Saturday. And yes, tomorrow is Flag Day, if you were curious. 100 on Sunday for Father's Day. And then we get into some rain chances. Could be a little bit wet on Wednesday for Juneteenth with a 40% chance of rain, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, well, coming up next, she's only a sophomore and already breaking national records. Bernie champion star Elizabeth Leachman is now making a run for the Paris Olympics. Welcome back. Game 3 of the NBA Finals in the books. Luka looking pretty good in that white suit, but the Mavs in desperation mode after 2 losses in Boston. Let's take you out there to the American Airlines Center. Mavericks off. Hot off the jump. Luka goes to work on Jason Tatum, then scores down low. Doncic puts Dallas up by double digits. Tough bucket there early on, but Boston would battle back. The Mavs still making moves. You saw right there. Dante Exum drives and throws down a dunk over Tatum, but just like Game 2, the Celtics turned up the pressure and took a big lead in the fourth quarter and held off the Dallas Mavericks rally. And the final score from Dallas, 106-99 Celtics. Boston now leads the series 3-0. 0. Doncic finished with 27 points before fouling out. Kyrie Irving had 35 points. Jaylen Brown and Tatum combined for 61. Former Spur Derek White scored 16 points and hit 4 3-pointers in Game 3. Boston can close out the finals Friday night in Game 4 right here on KSAT 12. Again, no team has ever come back from 0-3 in the playoffs. All right, big congrats to Bernie champion star distance runner Elizabeth Leachman, who officially qualified for the U.S. Track and Field Olympic trials in the 5K. Leachman will be the only high school runner in the field of 30 at the trials at the University of Oregon next week. So again, she is just a sophomore, but currently owns national records in the 5,000 meter race. And Ursula, we are all cheering for her. She is a budding star out there in Bernie champion.
Good to see that.
Yeah.
New today at 5, high grocery prices. I don't even want to say it. They are motivating a lot of us to find new ways on how to cut what we spend. So we talked to a mom who says she's saving big time on pantry items like snacks for kids. And 12 in your size, Marilyn Moritz is going to introduce you to the online company that sells granola bars, rice, canned tuna, and a whole lot more for about half the price you're paying at the store. It's today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. Starting this Saturday, all of San Antonio's public outdoor pools open for the summer. Here's a look at the full list. 11 of these pools are open already. The city opened them back on May 11th. The list does not include, though, the San Antonio Natatorium. It's an indoor pool, and it's closed for the summer because they're doing some renovations on it. And you can do more than just swim at these pools. The city is offering outdoor aquatics programs, including Weebit inflatable obstacle courses, movies in the pool, and aqua fitness classes. And guess what? They don't cost anything. The San Antonio Parks and Recreation Department has also partnered with Northeast ISD, Southwest ISD, Thousand Oaks Family, YMCA, and the WCA for select community swim days.
And of course, swimming safety is important. So the San Antonio Parks and Rec Department is inviting everyone to the world's largest swimming lesson. Pretty cool. That's going to take place later next week. The idea is to spread the word that swimming lessons can save lives and prevent drownings. The free lesson for ages 4 and up is from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. next Thursday. That would be June 20th. The event will be held at over a dozen local pools, and registration starts an hour before. That will be on site. So we have more information on this on our website, ksat.com. So drowning, in fact, is one of the leading causes of death here for children ages 1 to 4 years old, and the second leading cause for children ages 5 to 14 years old. That's according to the CDC. And of course, preparation here and prevention are key. So here are a few more ways to stay safe this summer besides taking those very important swim classes. So obviously you want to encourage little ones to wear a life vest in the water. That is very important, and making sure everyone is wearing appropriate swim gear. That means lightweight materials, so no denim or t-shirts in the water. And parents, go ahead and opt for brightly colored swimsuits for your kiddos because they are definitely easier to spot, especially for lifeguards and things of that nature. Neon pink and neon orange are usually the most visible swimsuit colors.
Okay, I have this idea. How about instead of just movies at the pool, how about go to work at the pool?
Ooh. Good way to cool off, get some work done.
Waterproof gadgets, computers.
Instead of work from home, work from pool.
I think Justin should do weather from the pool when it gets this hot.
Whoa.
I gotta get it. I gotta get out in the sun a little bit more, but yes.
I know.
Take your sun.
Well, you don't want to blow out the cameras with all that.
Anyway, I want to show you a picture. You guys got some competition. You go over there coloring Mike. I don't know who did this, but this Mike looks pretty good, I must say. Don't forget you can download a copy and a printable copy of Mike the Mascot and decorate him and take him with you wherever you go. This happens to be out in front of the KSAT 12 sign there. Let's go outside for you. 87 in San Antonio, 89 New Braunfels, 89 Seguin, 86 in Bernie, and 87 right now in Kerrville. Everyone's seeing quite a bit of humidity, so there is a heat index. Most places, it feels like it's in the 90s right now. We got partly cloudy skies, but at the moment, none of those clouds are developing into any showers or storms. Here's what today looks like as far as temperatures go. 96 is our high here in San Antonio. That will equate to a heat index somewhere around 100. But if you go out west, those temperatures get awful warm. 103 Del Rio, 99 in Midland today. And in RJ's hometown of El Paso, 107. Hottest spot in the state of Texas. They're very dry out there, and so are we. We're going to take a look at the drought monitor for you coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Take a look at this. Florida's governor declaring a state of emergency amid torrential rain and life-threatening flooding. Now, communities all across South Florida were inundated with this high water. And as you can see, in some areas, the water's still pretty high today. Yesterday's downpour, though, broke the records. Fort Lauderdale got about a month's worth of rainfall just yesterday. Meanwhile, severe thunderstorms expected to cross the Midwest today, possibly including isolated tornadoes.
Yeah, that is tough to watch there. While the Senate is expected to vote on a bill that would guarantee access to in vitro fertilization nationwide, the legislation would ensure the right for individuals to receive IVF treatment as well as make it more affordable. The procedural vote, though, is likely to fail due to GOP opposition. Republicans have criticized the Democrat-led measure as unnecessary overreach and a political show vote. The bill is part of Democrats' push to highlight reproductive issues ahead of November's election. And the abortion pill is staying on the market. Today, the Supreme Court rejected a lawsuit challenging the Food and Drug Administration's approach to regulating mifepristone. ABC's Perry Russum with details on this major ruling.
A unanimous decision from the Supreme Court keeps the abortion drug mifepristone available for women to use under current FDA guidelines. The court rejecting a legal challenge to the FDA's regulation around the abortion pill. Justice Brett Kavanaugh with the opinion of the court, writing, "The federal courts are the wrong forum for addressing the plaintiff's concerns about FDA's actions."
And so I do think that the FDA and the drug industry in general, and pregnant women who wish to terminate early pregnancies are all breathing a sigh of relief today.
Legal experts say this is the first time courts have been asked to second-guess FDA guidelines for using a drug safely. Mifepristone was approved nearly 25 years ago, the FDA easing access to the pill years later, allowing it to be used up to 10 weeks of pregnancy instead of 7, and allowing it to be prescribed by mail. The FDA was then sued by Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, an anti-abortion rights group, accusing the FDA of unlawfully easing restrictions and failing to study the dangers.
Without question, the FDA's actions have made taking chemical abortion drugs less safe.
Lawyers for the group claim doctors saw an increase in emergency room visits for women who took mifepristone. The drug has been used safely by millions of women for decades, with the FDA saying serious side effects are exceedingly rare.
They fail to show under any rational legal standard why they have standing to bring this suit.
A spokeswoman for the group that brought the case says in a statement, "It's deeply disappointing and it's a sad day for all who value women's health and unborn children's lives."
And a spokeswoman for Danco, the maker of mifepristone, says they are pleased with the Supreme Court's decision, saying they are committed to bringing safe and effective products to public health. Perry Russum, ABC News at the Supreme Court.
Just laughing over here. Ursula, you've done an impressive job here.
Are we showing off our art yet? Not yet? I'm not sure. Not yet. Okay, our producer wants to
It's a
work.
tease.
She says, no, you're not done yet.
Yeah.
Get with it.
It's a Picasso over there. It's going to be worth some money. Looks good. Suspense is building. We'll show you. After the break.
Y'all are, this is not going to be good because now there are expectations.
Hyped it up too much?
Yeah.
No,
Don't do that.
It's actually really good. 87 so far, 77 the low this morning. The records are 101 and 54, set back in 1998 and 1903. Temperatures will be warm, but we're not looking at any records. And next week, temperatures actually go down. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast for you coming up.
That was good. Pencils down, everybody.
Our producer said, pencils down, it's over. The competition is over.
Oh, it was over a long time ago when I saw yours, Ursula. So very impressive stuff. Wow, look at that.
I was not ready for the horse, but that's impressive.
Well, and I had a cumulus cloud, but I'm not sure I did that one right.
No, that's perfect right there. Cumulus cloud. You did
we
great.
got those today, too.
That looks great,
too.
yes.
All right.
I'm just going to crumble mine up.
No! Oh, no. Okay.
No,
See,
I did go with the Spurs.
This is
theme.
RJ's,
Yes,
and
Fiesta.
he's majorly into Fiesta and Spurs, so he made that abundantly clear.
Yep, go Spurs, go.
I like those retro colors.
Yes, I do too.
That's my favorite
Yes.
Spurs
Yeah.
uniform.
You made up for your lack of artistic ability with your color choices.
Wow,
so
okay.
I'm just
I'll take the
joking.
side.
Okay, this is fun. Okay, so you can do this too. Where do they get all this stuff?
Go to, yes, download the Mic Around Town, and that's all you got to do. And then you just got to go to KSAT Connect, scan the QR code, and upload your picture.
Okay, and we're taking bids because we're raising money for to buy Justin lunch. So
Okay,
we're accepting bids on our beautiful artwork.
Let's
All
do
right.
it. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to come close to top of yours, Ursula.
I mean,
the horse just put it over the top.
Okay, well, sign your artwork and we'll donate it to the KSAT Insiders.
Yes.
I'm excited to see all.
He's just excited because I offered him lunch.
Well, that's that too. But KSAT Connect, I'm excited to see what people come up with. You guys set a high bar, so. Anyway, let me show you what's going on radar. We've had a couple of showers pop up here and there. I think what's pretty interesting is how quickly they pop up and how quickly they go away. In this kind of atmosphere, that happens. But I mean, you're talking one frame, there's a shower, and the next one, it's gone. But we've noticed right there, southeastern portion of Bexar County, quick shower, then it's gone. Another one right there along I-10. If you blink, you'll miss it, and then it's gone. So there's not going to be much there. If you do happen to get underneath one of these showers, it'll last for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then goes away. 87 in San Antonio, 89 New Braunfels, 89 Seguin, 84 Boerne, 88 in Kerrville. And yes, there is heat index in most spots, making it feel like it's in the 90s. Actually, upper 90s. Feels like 99 in San Antonio right now. We're on the verge of hitting 100 when it comes to that feels like number. We'll be there soon. Heat index is already above 100 in Pleasanton and Floresville. 101 in Nixon, feels like 99 in Gonzales. So a hot, steamy afternoon. Here's where I think we end up. 102 is what it will feel like this afternoon, say around 5 o'clock. Again, these are not air temperatures. This is the feels like number, but everyone will be in the triple digit range. So it's another day where you have to kind of be careful. Thankfully, we have the clouds, and when the shade passes through, it's not that bad. Not as bad as at least it was earlier this month. The drought monitor, we noticed that we've still got a lot of drought for western portions of our viewing area. So Kendall County, Kerr County, down into Bandera County, then you get out towards Kinney County and Valverde County. Those are kind of the hardest hit areas when it comes to lack of rainfall. We've seen that with the rainfall totals in Del Rio just for the year, struggling to get any rain out there. San Antonio's in a moderate drought, so we still need more rain, and we hope that we'll get some with some tropical moisture next week. I did want to show you over the last 5 days, we did get some good rainfall in these areas that desperately needed it. So we're chipping away at it little by little, but yes, we still need a lot more. Forecast, when it comes to dust, we are watching the potential of some Saharan dust working in here Monday into Tuesday. This would be out ahead of this tropical wave we've been talking about so much. So maybe some hazy skies. I don't think it'll be that thick. But I did want to let you know, it's kind of our first wave of Saharan dust that we're getting so far this season. And we get waves of those every year, and it will continue to move through probably into Tuesday before we start to get some of that deeper moisture. And again, we're still keeping eyes on the Gulf of Mexico for the potential of some development down there. But we hope that it will at least throw some tropical moisture in our direction by, say, Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And that's when we have our highest rain chances at the moment. 30% Tuesday, 40% on Wednesday. And over the next several days, just know it will be hot and fairly dry. Back to the artists.
All right, we're going to head back out to SA Live, where I'm thinking maybe Barry White.
Oh, okay.
Would be a
there you
good
go.
person to narrate.
Deep voice there.
He always had a great set of pipes. We're going to talk more about that in a second. First of all, another name drop to drop, Tony Parker. Want to meet him? We're going to tell you where later on this afternoon.
And of course, it's a great weekend for grilling, and we're going to show you the ultimate gift to get your dad for Father's Day. Joining us is John Evans, owner of UBP Burgers and Catering. What have we got here?
Well, we got the Ultimate Burger Press makes an ultimate burger, and what it does is put the indentation in the patty to help it cook more evenly.
Okay, we are going to cook that and tell you how it seals in the juices and everything else like that.
And tell you how to get a free burger.
Yes, indeed. All right, need a new place to eat, hot spot. That's where Jen is.
Hey, why not take Dad downtown for some live music, some craft cocktails? This is the Creme Brulee. We're taking you to one of the newest bars in downtown San Antonio. Cheers.
And our other favorite, Jen Nicolella from Abby's Attic. Beautiful dress here.
Thank you. So this is a zero waste design made from a single rectangle of fabric and no fabric scraps left over.
And you said...
And this is something folks can do on their own, right?
Yes, we're actually offering this as part of our Teen Week summer camp, so come join us.
Maybe get an old sheet at Goodwill or something like that. Beautiful dress for all the little girls for maybe a couple of bucks. That's about it. So also, we've got a festival coming up. First ever, right there on Broadway. Artisans, music, great food, all sorts of good stuff.
Yes, all that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.